Give you guys a chance to come into the room, because this is not the situation that I usually have set up. So, and as you can see, I'm in my vehicle. My husband's on a job site, so I'm taking advantage and doing a reading in my vehicle, which is something I really don't do. Not this type of reading. So, wait, what's going on? Oh, wow. Yeah, we're gonna hide that message. Matter of fact, yeah, wow. Hi, Raya Hope. I was just looking at a message that was automatically held for review. It was way out there. But thank you for coming in today. I hope everything's okay with you. Hopefully you're having a very blessed day. Just giving everybody a chance to come into the room. My husband is working and I am with him while he's doing a job. So I'm sitting in my truck enjoying the beautiful air. And we're just sitting on acres of land, and it feels so good out here. I decided I'm going to go ahead and do a live while I'm sitting here. So hopefully you guys are having a great day. Hi, Abby. Thank you. Hi, Romy Roosh. Hello. I hope everybody's having a great day. I know, Raya, some people are scary. But yeah, I'm feeling really good. So I was like, you know what? I brought my cards with me and my portable DVD player. So I was like, you know what? Instead of watching a movie, I'm going to go ahead and do a live. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is for adults only, entertainment purposes. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hi, wonderful world of Zeus. Hopefully you're having a great day. Hopefully everybody's feeling blessed, right? Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, wonderful world of Zeus. I appreciate you. All right, guys, I'm going to jump right into this reading. Let's see, what deck do I want to start with? Let's see what we got going on here. Like I said, I hope everybody's having a great day. It's been a pretty decent day for me. I've got some rest. I decided I was going to take a nap today. It was kind of a weird morning. So I've been waking up really early in the morning and saying, you know what, I'm going to utilize my time wisely. And that's what I've been doing every day. So I hope everybody's doing the same thing. You're 5 feet tall, right? Oh, man. Sound like most of my mom's side of the family. Most of them are under 5 feet tall. 4'11", and so on. Just little. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, inner guidance. Trust your inner guidance. It is the purest voice of your soul. Intuition, inner compass, spiritual wisdom. So So what we want to do is make sure we're listening to the inner guidance. Make sure you're following your intuition is what that card is saying, basically. It's basically saying follow your intuition no matter what, because your intuition is going to guide you right where you need to go, right? On the bottom, we have light of truth, illumination, revealing wisdom, inner knowing, right? We all have an inner knowing, right? But some deeper than others. So tap into your intuition, right? The light of the truth dispels confusion, offering clarity and insight. Follow its guidance to uncover deeper wisdom within yourself. So just dig deep within yourself, right? Because you know you have a deep inner knowing. Hi, Corey Tucker. And behind that, we have inner flame, passion, drive, soul, awakening, which means you dig deep. You know, when you do it, you go hard, right? So do that, right? In everything you do, right? Passion, drive, soul, awakening. Ignite your inner flame and let it fuel your journey, guiding you to fulfill your soul's vision, right? Because we're here on the soul's journey. Remember, we are a soul in a body, not the other way around. Whoa, that one came flying out. All right, boundless horizon, limitless possibilities, a visionary path, uncharted frontiers. The horizon stretches endlessly before you, offering boundless opportunities. Expand your vision and step into the unknown to fulfill your potential, right? So basically, you gotta not just tap in, but you gotta make sure you're not operating out of fear, right? Make sure you're taking a leap of faith, right? Ask God for guidance, wisdom, discernment, clarity, you know? I don't know, just power, strength, you know? So you can do what you need to do to get to the next stage in life. Learn those lessons so you can get the blessings, so you can elevate yourself, so you can vibrate high and elevate yourself to make it to that next stage so that you can continue to ascend, right, to each level. Yeah. And if I look different to you guys, it's my glasses. They naturally transition in the sunlight, and I'm outside. Well, I'm sitting in my truck. Hello, Q Car. I hope I said your name correctly. Okay. Embrace the change. Flexibility, renewal, inner transformation. Change is a sign of growth. Embrace it and let it guide you to higher dimensions. So basically, go with the flow. Go with the flow. Don't resist change. Change is the evolution of time, right? Because without change, we can't evolve to the next stage, right? I know change can be uncomfortable sometimes, but you just got to go with the flow. You got to go with the flow, be like water, be fluid like water, just let it go, you know? I'm uncomfortable with some of the changes that are happening in my life, but I'm going with it, you know? It is what it is. Because I know that in the end it'll be better for me, right? So just think of it that way. Just think of change as being another door that you have to walk through for things to get better for the next stage in life. For your next stage to be more comfortable than the last stage, right? Think of it like that. Your comfort level, right? It might be uncomfortable now, but it's going to be more comfortable later. It's going to make for a better comfort later in life. A little bit later. Not like way down the line. Like your next stage is going to be better because you had to deal with a little uncomfortability right now. It's okay. Celestial wisdom, universal knowledge, cosmic insight, divine understanding. Tap into the vast knowledge of the cosmos. The stars are offering you profound wisdom and insight to guide your path, right? So tap in. Tap in, guys. Oh, wow. So you got your Power Rangers helmet? That's awesome. Hey, I'm telling you, you better tap into that child inside. It doesn't matter how old you are, Corey. You tap in. Tap into the child inside. That's your creative gene, right? So what happened is you tapped into some childhood memories. You're probably starting to figure out some things that you didn't realize you knew how to do, right? You start to feel real creative. It might feel a little childish, but who cares? And right, doesn't matter how old you are. Tap into that and make you feel amazing, right? And if you tap into something that's a little sad, go with it and let it flow through you and release it. There you go. Get into it. Yeah, that's what's up, Corey. That's what's up. I appreciate you sharing that because everybody, I'm telling you, once we get to a certain stage in life, we start forgetting about the things that made us happy when we were young, right? Those same things can still make us happy when we get a little older. But now we're just a little bit more mature and we can afford the things we like, right? So, yeah. Yep. It was meant for you to come in this reading today to remind us to tap in. Tap into what you desire. Go get it while you're still here breathing. You're still here for a reason. So tap into the things that make you happy and go get them. Absolutely, Raya. You got to release that emotion sometimes. And you know what? I used to think that crying made you weak, but it doesn't make you weak at all. Some people might take it as weakness, but it's not weakness, it's cleansing. It's very cleansing. And it helps you to release stuck emotion. So get into that. That's a great thing that you're able to release that. Cosmic alignment, unity, harmonious resonance, inner outer consistency. When you align with the universe, everything flows. Your power lies in this connection. So your connection to the Most High, your connection to the Most High is your intuition, right? So you got to make sure you're following your intuition because your intuition is one. Okay, that wanted to come out. So let's see what it is. Your intuition is going to guide you right where you need to go. You don't have to question it ever. Trust the universe, faith, surrender, divine plan. Trust in the universe's design. Everything is unfolding at the perfect moment. So basically, trust in God's timing. Divine timing is at play here. And everything is going to be just fine. Everything that you've been praying for is going to come to fruition without any actual movement. You're not going to have to do much. Just continue on praying, continue on what you're doing, but your path seems to be laid out. Path of miracles, magical encounter, spirit, inner awakening. The universe is laying out a path of miracles for you. Trust and follow it. Basically, trust the trust the plan, right? Trust the plan that God has for you. Okay. Past life journey. Soul memory, past life exploration, destiny unveiling. Embark on the journey to your past lives and uncover the contracts and missions of your soul. That's right. Tap in. So that's basically saying tap into all of your power, right? Because we do have power from our past lives. We just can't remember, you know? You got to tap into the memory of it all, right? Once you remember your power, once you tap into your power, you start to get those memories. That's part of the downloads that we get, guys. It's just past life memories. What's on the bottom? Beyond boundaries, limitless potential expansion, spiritual liberation. Break free from limitations and embrace the limitless potential of your soul. Expand beyond boundaries and step into your true power. What did I say? Boop, tap in. Tap into your power because you are gifted beyond belief. But you have to believe in yourself in order to tap into your own power. It's not just going, your power isn't going to present itself unless you call it, right? So call your power back from every person, place, entity where you left it, and power up and get ready for this next stage in your life. I keep looking ahead in front of me because there's traffic. There's lots of land. Let me show you guys real quick. Yes, you did. You agreed to this contract because you knew you could handle it. It seemed like something that the average person would not want to do, but when you're in your soul power, you don't see yourself the way we see ourselves here, you know, and we know we can do it. But here we see ourselves as limited. We're limitless when we're not in this flesh bag, right? And we know we're limitless, but when we're in this flesh bag, we have all these limits that we put on ourselves and that others put on us, and then we start succumbing to it. But let me show you what's in front of me. That's what I see in front of me. You see that road? That's what's distracting me. So that's what I'm seeing. This is what we're saving up for. Land. Oh God, I can't wait. I can't wait. But anyway, I digress. I'm sitting in my truck right now. I just wanted to let you guys know that what's distracting me. It's just the cars, and they're building. Um, it looks like buildings, not directly across the street, but it is directly. It's across the street, but it's like it's too directly across the street. All right, merge with the light, spiritual unity, oneness with light, divine illumination. And I was gonna say emerge, but merge with light. Merge with the divine light to experience unity and spiritual evaluation. Oh, I'm sorry. I said evaluation, but it says elevation. So you're going to be evaluated. You might be being evaluated right now and you don't even know it. Because I got the feeling that some of you, your name is being spoken in rooms that you haven't stepped foot in yet, right? You got much more power than you know you have. So, and when I said emerge, you are about to emerge like a lotus flower from the mud, right? You're about to emerge, and people have been trying to stifle you for a very long time, but all of that is about to change. Yeah. I'm feeling like I brought another deck or I thought I brought another deck, but maybe I didn't. I meant to. Oh, anywho. But yeah, merge with the light. Merge with the divine light to experience unity and spiritual elevation. This connection brings clarity and guides you toward your true self. Bridge of Dreams, Soul Crossing, Past Future Connection, Dream Guidance. Bridge of Dreams. Dreams are a bridge to your soul's depths. Cross it to uncover your truest desires and directions. That bridge, wow. That looks like the last bridge you're going to have to cross, right? Because it's going to take you to your destiny. It's going to take you straight to your destiny, right? What else? Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, we got 3 cards that came out. So let's see what this story's all about. Sacred pathway, divine path, inner compass, spiritual guidance. A sacred pathway unfolds before you. Trust in your inner compass and follow the divine guidance that leads to your soul's highest calling, right? So it's time for you to step into your soul mission, right? What you were sent here to do. Deep healing, if you're not already on it. Soul healing, emotional release, inner restoration. Make sure you're doing your shadow work, guys. That I'm telling you, your life is so much easier and you have a lot less resistance when you do your shadow work. Deep healing, soul healing, emotional release, inner restoration, because that's what happens. You have inner restoration. You restore something great within yourself when you get rid of all that shadow, your shadow self, because it's not that you get rid of your shadow self, but you learn how to use your shadow self in your favor instead of it being used against you by other people. Allow yourself to heal. It's essential for your soul's growth and renewal. Do that shadow work. Trust me, your life will be much easier once you do. Echoes of love, resonance, healing voice, universal connection. Love echoes throughout the universe, touching all souls. Listen to its call and feel the healing resonance within. Look at that heart in the middle. Listen to your heart. Uh, uh. Listen to the heart. It has its own brain, right? It can think for itself, so it's probably the best way to go. Right, secrets of time. Divine timing. What did I say? Cyclical rhythms, patience, and trust. Secrets of time. Time is not your enemy, but your ally. Everything unfolds at the perfect moment. So just be patient, basically. Just be patient. Know that everything comes in divine timing. Okay? Hopefully everyone's having a wonderfully blessed day. Hopefully you're having great weather. We're having really great weather right now. It just feels so peaceful. They have the wind chimes right here next to me. I hope you guys can hear it. I don't have anything going right now because it just feels so peaceful and serene. I'm parked under one of their trees on their property, and it's just really nice. And the people here, they're really nice people. It's just a really nice setup, you know? It's a really nice setup. And I thought I'd share it with you guys because, good energy is hard to come by. And where I stay, there's someone that just loves to blast their music. And, I get it. I used to be that person. Me and my husband, we were both like that. Hell, before we left California, he was that guy that everybody loved to hate because he had some really loud music. But even he got tired of it and grew out of it because now we can't hear. But this guy's music is so loud, it rattles the whole building, right? And mine was like that. Like I said, I get it. But when I went home, I turned it down. You know, when I pulled up at somebody's home, I turned it down. I might pull up loud, but I turned it down. I didn't just sit there and beat, you know. it gets a kick out of making my alarm go off on my vehicle. And what bothers me about it the most is it's like I'm dancing around it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's a white boy that's pretending to be black, that's acting black, and not trying to. It's trying to. He's trying to portray himself as like what they show in the movies, the ghetto black stuff, not what actually. Because I don't know anybody that acts like that. But it's what people portray in the movie, so that's what people think black guys act like. Anyway, he acts like that, and it's annoying because everything he's doing is something he saw in a movie, you know. And it's like just be yourself, because you're doing all this, to try to create this persona, and you're bringing attention to yourself, and not in a good way, you know. I would love to see people be more authentic, and I think that's a part of this message is be authentic. Be who you are, not who you think people want you to be or what you like to see on TV. Don't portray that because that's entertainment. it's not it's not reality. It's not based in reality. And anybody that's acting like that in real life, it's coming from an uneducated place. It's coming from a place of lack. It's not coming from a place of I, I love to act this way. They don't know any other way. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. It's like you're glorifying something that shouldn't be glorified. Because people that really act that way they're not doing it because they want to. They don't know how to be any other way. And if you taught them how to be better, they wouldn't act the way they do. So people that run around here and act that way intentionally, it kind of bothers me because it's like you're really portraying something that's ugly that you really shouldn't be portraying, and that's what this guy is doing, and it rubs me the wrong way because I feel like he's trying to impress me and my husband, and we're not impressed. Honestly, Raya, we're all mixed, so mixed. My mom, she was mostly native, but native and black. My dad, native, black, Irish, Dominican. Like we're all mixed with a whole bunch of stuff. My husband is half, his father was native with a little black, um, but he was like 75% native though, which is pretty pure out here in the U.S. Um, and his mom is Caucasian, but even his mom being Caucasian, she's not like just one thing. She's a few different things. Everybody is mixed with something. Doesn't matter what they look like. Everybody's mixed with something. And I'm gonna be honest. Uh, People that treat you a certain way based on what you look like, they're dealing with their own internal stuff. It has nothing to do with you. So never ever take that in as your own energy or something that you created or caused, because how people act towards you is a projection of what they feel for themselves. It has nothing to do with you. I'm going to be honest with you, Raya. I just project love everywhere I go. And I don't, maybe I have blinders on, but I'm getting to a point where I'm trying just to see the good. I don't even, I don't have the desire to deal with the ugliness. You know, when people come to me with anything ugly, I just kind of block it with love and keep it pushing. You know, I don't let people enter my world with their ugliness. I'm rebuking it. I don't care if people dislike me. I don't care if people hate me. That's their energy and their cross to bear. You know, don't take that in. If I were you, I would never take that energy in. Take in only the love. Okay, this one came upside down, and it's the Emperor. Okay, so the message does change when it's upside down. It's tyranny, controlling, cruelty, abuse of power, undisciplined, poor leadership, rigidity, stubborn, lacks discipline. And right side up is a big fat yes, but there's no yes on here. But it is fire sign Aries. So the Emperor upside down. Like I said, tyranny, controlling, cruelty, abuse of power, undisciplined, poor leadership, rigidity, stubborn, lacks discipline. So it looks like we got somebody out here with this energy that's trying to siphon your power, is what I'm getting. So beware of that. Be aware of that. Hey, babe.
Hey,
Here's some water for you.
I appreciate it.
My baby's working hard, okay? Hi, Yellow Rose 48. Nice to see you. Let's see what we got on the bottom here. All right, we got 9 of Cups, water, Pisces, and it's a big fat yes. Wishes fulfilled, realizing dreams, happiness, contentment, satisfaction, success, abundance, confidence, fame. Everything has turned out well. Enjoy your success. So basically, you're protected. You're protected against this ugly energy from someone trying to stop your emperor from coming in, right? With their controlling tyranny, cruelty, abusive power, and undisciplined self. Their poor leadership and all that is why they're in the situation that they're in, right? But you, however, you know that everything is going to turn out well, and you're enjoying your success already. You know your wishes are fulfilled. You know you're realizing your dream. You're happy, you're content, you know you're satisfied with what's going on in your life. Everything's all good. You can close that door. Is it good?
Yeah, it's close.
They know that I'm out here with you, babe. You're
I was
good.
just trying not to make a lot of noise.
You're good.
I'm about to get back to work.
All right, I love you.
I love
Yeah, my babe is working hard. But yeah, don't you worry. You are protected. But make sure you guys are saying like your protection. Um, I am protected. If you so choose, you can return to sender, return to sender any black magic spells, hexes, curses, bad luck, evil eye, santeria, brujeria, hoodoo, voodoo, all of dark arts. You can return all that to sender if you so choose, right? Me personally, I like to pray for the healing of anyone that's sending any of that mess to me because they need to be healed. They need to understand what they're sending out to people, and they also need to heal from the pain that makes them feel like they need to send that out. Why would you send that out to people? That's disgusting. Okay, one card turned over and the other card slid out. Hold on, guys. Let me move my portable DVD player. I don't want it to be sitting in the sun. There we go. All right, I don't know which is which. One of them flipped out and one of them slid out. So we're going to go with the water one first. The water Pisces. It's the moon card. Okay, secrets, illusion, deception, fear, imagination, mysteries, subconscious visions, cycles, anxiety, insecurity. It's a big fat yes. Be careful your imagination doesn't cause you to see things that aren't there. So make sure you're praying before you go to bed at night. Because someone is doing moon magic. Hi, Lucky Montgale. Well, if you lost everything, that means something better is about to come. Okay? Everything, whenever you lose something, that's just making room for something better, something bigger, something more grandiose, right? And it always feels like the end of the world when it happens. But you're gonna come back and you're gonna comment on this. Please do when it happens. Come back to this video and comment and let me know when it happens, because it's gonna happen very soon. If you lost everything, you're about to gain tenfold what you lost, and it's gonna feel like a dream, right? So when it happens, please come back and tell me with the thumbs up, like, oh my God, girl, it went down just like you said, because it's coming. But make sure you guys are protecting yourself all the time, every day, before you go to bed at night, when you wake up in the morning, throughout the day. Say a prayer of protection, right? Because you got somebody in your circle, right, that is literally praying for your downfall. You know, every time they see something happen, they're like, oh, is it working? Is it working? You know? So keep yourself prayed up and make sure you're keeping your circle tight. You know, watch people's reaction when you share your good news. And be careful who you share your news with. And don't tell people the things that you're going to do. Stop sharing your future plans. Keep that to yourself. Keep that under wraps until it's actually done and you're reaping the benefits from it. Then you can share. And then watch people's reaction. You'll see who's really for you and who's not. Because some people come to you with that fake, oh, yeah. Or, well, why didn't you try it like this? Why did you do it like that? You know, people have all these things that ways of how you should have done things that are better than how you did it because they're not really happy for you, right? So be aware of that and keep yourself prayed up and make sure you keep a journal next to your bed. Pray before you go to bed, meditate, and when you wake up in the morning, it's always good to pray as soon as you wake up in the morning, you know, before you open your eyes all the way, say a prayer of protection. But write down what you remember from your dream. That helps a lot. So, because it may answer some of the questions that you had before you went to bed, or some of the questions that you've been having in your life. Period. Right? It keeps the connection with you and the Most High solid. Because a lot of times, the divine will reach out to us in our dreams. That's when we're most vulnerable and more susceptible to accept a message. Right? So tap in and call your power back. I keep saying that, but I don't think everyone's listening when I say it. They don't realize how powerful it is to call back your power. Because a lot of times we give our power away, you know, and we don't realize we need to call it back. And some people that you're sharing it with, they know that and they'll hold on to it as long as you don't know to call it back, right? So call back your power, okay? And Page of Wands, good news, letters, phone calls, fun, cheerful, optimistic, energetic, bright ideas, creativity, confident, intelligent. Yes, big fat yes. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. So I've got my eye on my goals and I'm enjoying every moment. So basically, this is a message not just for Aries, Leo, Sag, but specifically for the fire sign that everything that you touch is about to turn to gold, basically. So this is a good time for you to embark on your new ideas. Be optimistic, have some fun, and know that you got good news coming. Did I show the moon card? I'm not sure if I did, but here it is. All right. Uh-oh. Let's see what this is. Okay, this is a story. Nine of Swords, yep. Air, Gemini, big fat no. Yeah, like I said, you got somebody that does not want to see you move forward. They don't want to see your forward progress, and they're trying to stop you from moving forward. Obsessive thoughts, fear, anxiety, negativity, insomnia, nightmares, guilt, regret, overwhelm, mental anguish, unhappiness. They're attacking you in your dreams, specifically while you're dreaming. While you're sleeping, they're sending you voodoo and hoodoo and all this black magic and dark art crap. Yeah, you need to say specific protection prayer. I think my husband looked it up. It was Psalm 91, I believe. 5 and 6. But look it up. There's a protection prayer in Psalms. But this is mainly Air Gemini, Nine of Swords. You got somebody that's really trying to attack you seriously in your sleep. So make sure you're staying protected, right? And the reason why you're attracting these people is because you have a healing spirit, Raya. And they're attracted to you because they're looking for you to help them heal. And that might be your soul mission to help people heal. And they are wanting to date you, but you don't have to date the people that you heal. You can assist them with healing without it being romantic. But that's how they present themselves to you. And that's how they fall. You know, they see your light and they just want to hover over it and like a moth, to a flame. They don't realize that they're attracted to you because you can help heal them, but they don't just want to heal. They want to attach themselves to you, and that's where it starts to feel sick and gross, because they don't want to just take what you're trying to give them and go. They want to stick around forever. 456. It's 4:56 on the clock. That's a significant number. Look that angel number up, guys. The Magician, Air, Mercury, power, potential skill, initiative, concentration, resourcefulness, persuasion, manifestation, will, talent, magic. Anything you imagine, you can make real. And it says air, Mercury, air sign, Mercury. And it says a big fat maybe. So it's probably not the best time because we are in retrograde season. It's not the best time to embark on new adventures. So just be very cautious as to what you're signing, what new adventures you are embarking on, and read the fine print. If you pray before you go to bed, like right before you lay down to go to sleep, and specifically say a protection prayer, and you could actually listen to some protection music while you're sleeping, like psalms. Like if you're not religious, you don't. It doesn't have to be from the Bible, but you can listen to protection music, hertz music, like 432 hertz, no, 428, no, 432 hertz, 528 hertz, all these things that bring you positive energy and negate and push away, help you release negative energy. You can listen to that while you're sleeping, and chakra healing, cleansing, and aligning music. All of that helps protect you while you sleep. So that way you don't have to worry about, people doing all this craziness to you while you're sleeping. It's sad that we have to work overtime just to protect ourselves, but when you get somebody that knows magic, you got to make sure you're doing what you got to do. Um, the High Priestess. It's a lot of major arcana coming out in this reading. The Magician, High Priestess, the Moon. Yeah. So, High Priestess, water, moon. Subconscious mind, intuition, mystery. I told you, follow your intuition. Mystery, higher powers, wisdom, secrets, hidden feelings, sensuality, creativity, spirituality. Trust your own counsel first. So you need to stop going outside of yourself looking for validation. You need to learn how to validate yourself with you and God. You don't need validation from other people, not even from me. Okay? You got to learn how to self soothe, right? And learn how to validate yourself. You know, self love goes a lot deeper than most people can imagine or could even realize, right? It feels good out here. It's a little warm, but it feels good because for the most part it's been pretty windy. It feels really good out here, guys. Okay, Two of Cups, water, Cancer. My nose is like stopped up for some reason. Partnership, unity, compatibility, love, proposal, relationships, harmony, romance, marriage, equality, connection. Open your heart and receive the love from others. It's a big fat yes on the love. Water, Cancer. So it's a big fat yes on the love. Okay? You got love come your way. You've got love on your side. Yes, you do. Oh, I feel so relaxed. Maybe it's because I had taken a nap right before I went to pick my husband up from work. And yes, he's working now, but that's because he's a worker bee. And I'm a housewife, so he works twice as hard. He works a full time job during the day. And um, he takes side jobs. And right now, he's building a fence. He literally was at work one day and he they were installing a garage door and he was like, hey, if you guys need help around here. He realized that the people were a little older in age and they had a lot of land, and he was like, man, it looks like they might need some help around here. He's like, let me just let them know that I'm available. And they were like, oh God, yes, thank you, where have you been? You know, we do need your help. And it was a good thing he did that. So win-win situation. They need help, and you know, he could use the extra money. So beautiful thing when you reach out to people and let them know you're available to help them. You may find that they really need the help. All right, let's see what we have in the likes of love. I only brought the one. Oh no, I brought more than one love deck. Cool. Whoa. You know, when I first started doing this, I wasn't getting a lot of views and I didn't have a lot of subscribers, but now I have a whole lot more subscribers and I had started getting lots and lots of views. I did have a whole lot of trolls though, and I had a lot of weird guys that used to say a lot of weird stuff to me. I don't get any of that anymore. I don't get trolls. I don't get weird guys trying to say disrespectful stuff to me. I don't get any of that anymore, and I'm very thankful and grateful for that. Um, I used to get, whoa, I used to get thousands, like three times the viewers that the subscribers that I had. I would get more views, that many views. Like, I had about 1,500 subscribers at the time, and I would get like almost 5,000 views on my videos. But now I only get like, I'll be lucky to get 100 or so views. But sacrificing thousands of views for peace was a no brainer. Now I can literally sit back in peace and do my readings, and for the most part, have people here that just want to be here, and not a whole bunch of trolls stopping in trying to beat me over the head with their religion or their beliefs or just being gross or none of that. It's been so nice. I don't even need a moderator. I don't know what happened, but things changed. And I feel like there's somebody specific that might have been like attacking me on YouTube, and their attacks backfired on them because I haven't seen that person post anything for a long time. And I'm not laughing because I think what they're doing is funny. I'm laughing because I'm not going to let anything stop me. There could be one person watching my video and I'll be fine with that. One view. It is what it is. You know, someone told me that the closer you get to being monetized, the more YouTube messes with you to try to get you to stop so you won't go for the monetization. Well, honestly, I do want to be monetized. That would help me out in life because I can't work and I am a housewife. I was injured on the job a few years ago and I haven't been able to work since. This is all I can do. Um, but I'm not stressed about it one way or the other. So I say that to say this: whatever you're going through in life right now, don't let it stress you out. Okay? This too shall pass. No matter what it is or how bad it is, this too shall pass. Because things are not going great for me in my life. I know people think that that's every reader that's on here is, they're making all this money and life is, they're doing all this stuff. And all of us are not on here for the money. And a lot of us are not making a lot of money or anything at all for that matter. It's not about the money for me. That's not why I'm doing this. And if that were the case, I probably wouldn't be here because I really don't make any money from this, guys. I'm not monetized, and I'm not making any money from this. So I do this out of the kindness of my heart. So it's really nice that I'm not getting beat up by all the trolls like I was before because that was annoying and unnerving. It was like, what is going on? Why are people so angry out here? And I'm glad that that doesn't happen anymore, but it's really sad that people are out there doing that to people. I see it happening when I watch other people's lives, and I wish people would find something better to do with their lives and their time than just going around harassing people for no reason. Oh yeah, I don't get disability. I'm working on that. I wasn't even gonna try because it seemed like it was a never-ending circle of crap. But now that I'm starting to see exactly what I need to do and that there might be a little bit of help, I'm going to look into it. But I'm not gonna let that stress me out either. I'm very frugal. We're looking into buying land and we're gonna homestead. You know, I'm just, I'm not, I've, I'm from a big city. I'm from Detroit. There used to be almost a million people walking around in Detroit before when I was there. I know about 2/3 of the people have left, including myself, but it is what it is. Hi, Disha. Hair? Yeah, it is a lot of red tape, Raya. It is a lot of red tape. But I'm gonna go ahead and deal with the red tape because I deserve it. The reality of that is I've worked my whole life, and Social Security, disability, it's the same thing, and I still deserve to get it because it's my money. So, all that red tape that I have to go through just to get money that has been taken from my check over the years, I do deserve to get that money back, and I deserve to be able to sit back and enjoy my life and homestead. I don't have any children to take care of, so I'm just gonna get me some animals and take care of them, you know? Get me some chickens, some goats, a couple cows, some pigs, take care of some horses. Oh, I can't wait to get some horses. And homestead. I'm excited about just the thought of that. I'm from a big city and just big city life does not it's just not attractive to me. I just want to live on the plot of land in the country, unrestricted, and live off the land. I've gotten to the point where I enjoy watching stuff like Life Below Zero, Port Protection, living in Alaska, off the grid living. I find myself watching that a lot on YouTube. People living in RVs and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't even know why people try to make it seem like that's a bad thing. I don't even understand why people are making people feel bad for living in hotels. It's too expensive to live in a house now. And it's like, why are you spending all this money to buy a house on land that's not yours, that they can come and take that house from you anytime they want to? It's just a lot of things that we do in life that are unnecessary. Like, it's backwards. And to each their own. Everybody has their own dream, but my dream is just a little different than everybody else's. And I don't want to be surrounded by people, because people are very unpredictable. And even though I love people, I can only control me. So I used to watch that show, Little House on the Prairie, when I was little. Never understood why them running down that hill was so appealing to me. And I think it's because I lived in a big city and there were houses everywhere, the high rise apartments everywhere. My school was right across the street, literally right across the street. And it was just everything was, everybody was everywhere. It was no big yards and none of that. And even the yard that we had might have been considered big. Like, if you're from New York, you probably never saw a yard because they don't have them for the most part, not unless you go into the country parts of New York. And there are country parts of New York. But for the most part, where everybody congregates, they're all living on top of each other. Everybody living on top of each other in the city. So I can't wait for this type of life, this country living where you got all this land around you. And I don't want to be where they're building, because they're about to have all kind of crap across the street from them. Looks like it's not going to be this peaceful for long. I don't know if you hear it in the background, the all the knocking from them building. Yeah, they're building like office buildings. It's probably going to be fast food restaurants and all kind of crap right across the street. And they're not too far from hustle and bustle. But this right here, it's very peaceful, very beautiful. It's like a little piece of sunshine. I digress, guys. I knew this reading was going to be more me talking than the cards. But this is the card that just jumped out while I was shuffling. Vows. And it has 2 rings here. Vows are the bridges between hearts. Somebody's about to get married. Yeah, you see that? Somebody's about to get married. Whoa. All right, harmony. Strive for harmony, even amidst the storms, right? Devotion. Devote in love a gift of the soul. Re-meet. Meet each other again like the first time with fresh eyes. These messages seem like they're for people that are already in a relationship, not someone that's looking for love. And the vows, this is like renewing of the vows. This is not someone getting married. This is like a vow renewal. Harmony, devotion, re-meet. This is make sure you're not putting your career and make sure you're balancing your work home life. Make sure you're giving more to your family than your job. And it might be time to look into getting a business of your own so that you can spend more time with your family. Harbor, seek the emotional harbor, finding peace in each other's embrace. Yeah, this is more about love that's already existing. It's not really about new love. Interwoven growth, like tree rings, each year deepens your bond, marking shared time and depth. Yep, this is about a love that's already in play, right? That had a strong foundation to begin with that might feel a little weak because someone is devoting a little bit too much time to work and not enough time to their family. So get into it, yeah? It's time to balance. Yep, balance. Find balance between giving and receiving. So stop giving everything to your job and start giving that to your family because that's who you're working so hard for, right? You're working hard so that you can bring something home for your family. So give it to your family now, right? Expression. Words are the messengers of the soul. Express your deepest love and care, right? So communicate. Be vulnerable and communicate how you truly feel. No one knows what's going on in your head, so you have to let people know. You got to speak. Open up that throat chakra, right? And speak your piece. What's at the bottom of the deck? Secret garden. Open the secret garden of your heart to true love. Let trust blossom within, right? Be vulnerable. Open yourself grateful for the love that you have if you do have love already because everybody doesn't have love and love is not easy to come by, especially today. Gratitude. Be grateful for every shared moment. Celebrate the miracle of your meeting, right? Be grateful for the love you have. Sometimes we can get on each other's nerves, but be grateful for the fact that you have love. All right, it's not going to be perfect all the time. It's not going to be sunshine and rainbows 24/7, but you have someone to go through life with, to grow through life with. So be thankful and be grateful for that love. Bridge. Build a bridge of understanding crossing the rivers of the soul. Build a bridge. And realize, okay, this is something that I want to say to people. People, please. Be your mate's peace. Don't be your mate's nightmare, right? Bring peace to your relationship. Bring peace to your household. If things seem toxic, sit back and evaluate what's going on and realize whether or not it's toxic or if it's just disagreements and a lack of communication. Tap in. Release. Release the burdens of the past. Let love fly free. You got to lead with love. Listening. True understanding starts with listening in silence. And that's all a part of meditation, guys. You got to tap in. You get all your messages from the Most High when you tap in with your meditation. Transformation. Turn conflicts into opportunities for growth, fueling the journey together. Right? Grow. through life with your partner. Yeah? Grow. Forgiveness. Allow forgiveness to heal wounds of the heart, restoring love's trust. Yes. Forgive. What else? Okay. Play. Ooh, and that one just came flying out like, don't forget about me. And that one says lock. Lock your commitment away from the world's interference. That's right. Don't live your relationship on social media. Stop telling everybody step by step what you're doing. Okay? Because people are following you and wishing ill will on your union because they're hating. Play. Play in love. Keep a youthful spirit. Yeah. Play a game together. Play Scrabble. Go play catch. Right? Go play volleyball together at the beach. Just chase each other around, at the park or on the beach. Just have fun together. Chase each other around the house naked. Have fun in your relationship, you know? Do the things that you did when you first got together. Remember what made you fall in love in the first place. Where you are right now is where you are supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes for what it is. You are a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you've got this, right? So you're in competition with no one else but yourself, right? And be patient with yourself, right? You're going to grow at your own pace. You don't need to grow at someone else's pace. You don't need to be in competition with your neighbor or your family or your ex or your mate or anyone else. Think about it like that. What's the bottom? Look past what you feel are your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything you have achieved so far. It's okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they don't define you. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see, right? People see you clearly. They see how wonderful you are. Do you see how wonderful you are? You need to. You need to see your worth, right? Make today your new beginning. Try to leave any past mistakes in the past. Don't allow them to weigh you down any longer. Move forward today with the confidence and knowing that you have better and brighter days ahead. Okay? So everything is going to be greater later, right? If it's not great right now, if you're still breathing, then it will get better. It always gets better. Okay? This too shall pass, just like everything else. Take some time to rest and rejuvenate. You need to pace yourself with the changes that are coming your way. They are all positive. Bigger and better things are coming for you. Just relax and trust. And that's what I told, who was that came in here earlier? Uh, did they delete themselves? No. Okay. I think it was Lucky Mockgill. I think that's who it was. But yeah, they said they had lost everything. And I told them that if you lost everything, that means greater things are coming. Whenever you lose everything, know that that's just opening the door for something better. So don't ever give up because you lost everything. Elon Musk, which, everybody has their own opinion of him. And so do I, because that's the last job I had, Tesla. That's where I injured myself. And I had to sue them in order to move on. But moving forward, I digress. Elon Musk lost everything a couple times, right? He became a millionaire and he lost everything. But he kept trying. He kept trying. He keeps trying. He never gives up. He loses everything. He just keeps going and he tries again, right? I mean, hey, I don't know what he started from. I don't know if he started with money, but everybody can start somewhere. You don't have to start off as a millionaire to become a millionaire. There are people that started off right here on YouTube with nothing that are millionaires. I know for sure started with nothing, that were in prison 6, 7 years ago. Seriously, got out and said never again and just put both feet boots to the ground, and now they are a millionaire because they did it. They knew what they were capable of and they continued to do what they needed to do legally and all legal channels. I'm not talking about doing anything illegal, guys. I'm talking about somebody getting on here, sharing information with people on YouTube, developing their social media standing, and then opening businesses in their area, and then started buying property. Like seriously, wealth, creating generational wealth for themselves and their family members and their friends. They didn't just do it for themselves; they did it for themselves, and they showed people how to do it for free. And then they started charging people and showing them how to do it. And they're still making money and they're living great. And they're blessed because they continuously show people how to do it. Whether they charge for that information or not doesn't matter. I watched people, literally, I watched them go from nothing to very hugely something, and they did it all by themselves. They created generational wealth for themselves and their families. So I know it can be done. People get out here and do it. Okay, don't let the building blocks of life get you down. Just learn the lessons that you need to learn so you can get to the blessing on the other side and ascend. You're going to continue to ascend. You're going to continue to elevate to new heights and new levels every time you learn something new, right? So just don't worry about what you don't have. Just focus on what is going on in your life right now. Learn the lessons so you can get to the blessing and continue to ascend. So make sure you're taking that time to rest and rejuvenate. You need to pace yourself with the changes that are coming your way. They are all positive, bigger, and better things are coming for you. Just relax and trust. Trust in divine timing. Trust in the Most High. Trust in you. Okay, that was trying to come out, so let's let it. Don't allow negative emotions to fester. That's a message for us all. If you are feeling frustrated, angry, or hurt, for example, just acknowledge that instead of fighting your feelings, go with them and work with them. Then true healing can truly, really begin. Right? So go ahead and feel those feelings of hurt and pain, right? Whatever it is, grief. Feel the low vibrational feelings. Ask God to heal you. Heal. And then release it in love and light. Move on and move forward. Okay? Don't let negativity hinder you from anything, period, ever. It is time to stop letting worry rule you. My dad always say, worry doesn't serve you, neither does stress. Release it. Okay? Instead, get excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you. Okay? So if you're feeling frustrated all the time, it's going to keep coming back to you. You better be happy with what you have. With a little conscious effort on your part, that happy ending can and will be yours. Believe that. I'm going to read this again because I put my own 2 cents in there and I don't want you guys to get confused as to what the card says. It is time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and it will bring and what it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you. With a little conscious effort on your part, that happy ending can and will be yours. Believe that. Believe in yourself. Believe in your connection to the Most High. You can do anything you put your mind to, but you have to believe that. I see something either on my eyelashes. Yeah, it was on my eyelashes. Okay. And it was either on my eyelashes or on my glasses. I can't wait to get my contacts so I can have options of contacts or glasses. I miss not having to wear glasses on my face. They're heavy. You know, they can be heavy. And then sometimes like it makes you hot and it makes me hot and it makes me sweat. Um and also when it's cold out or it's raining, you know, when it's cold, like when the coronavirus thing happened, I couldn't wear a mask without fogging up my glasses. And then when I go outside, when it's cold outside, and I come back in, my glasses fog up. It's just a whole lot of stuff. When I go outside and it's raining, I gotta cover up my glasses so they don't get wet. I just like having options. I stopped wearing contacts a long time ago, but I was going to get me some contacts until I saw an episode of Monsters Inside Me that really shook me to the core, where this girl got a parasite in her eye from her contacts, basically. But in all actuality, it was her fault because if she had cleaned her contacts like she was supposed to, that would never have happened. So yeah, you got to make sure you clean your contacts. So you have glaucoma. You know, my mom before she passed, she had cataracts and glaucoma, and she got the cataract glaucoma surgery. And when they were done, she had 20/20 vision again. She didn't have to wear glasses anymore. And she had been wearing glasses my whole life. She gave birth to me in her 20s. So I'm trying to think, when did she start wearing glasses? I think she started wearing glasses when either when I was a teenager or in my early 20s. I think it was in my late teen years she started wearing glasses. So for, at least 30 years, she was wearing glasses. And after she got the cataract glaucoma surgery, she didn't have any issues. Oh, that sucks. And I guess it also depends on where you are. We were in California, and I used to talk crap about California, but man, I've noticed that healthcare out there is way better than most places that I've lived. And they take care of you in California. They give you healthcare if you don't have it. If you need healthcare and food stamps, they will take care of you. You know, they'll make sure you can eat and that you can take care of your body, get yourself on your feet. You know, some places put you through a lot of drama just to get food stamps, and it's stupid because it's like it's food. It's not even money. People just want to eat. I think that should. I mean, this is the land of the free, home of the brave. I would think if nothing else, people should be able to eat, right? It's crazy, but yeah, one thing I can say about California is they really do take care of people in a different way. But anywho, I digress. Okay, came straight out with a no, a big fat no. Like oil and water, separate lives drift apart. So, um, if somebody had a yes/no question about a person, it looks like it's a big fat no. Okay, hold on. It feels like something is on my face. I don't know if it's hair. Oh gosh, I cannot wait to not have to wear glasses. But big fat no. Big fat no. You think farmers should be treated like doctors? Doctors, I know, right? Well, I mean, honestly, this is my take on doctors because they're guessing. They went to school and they're guessing. These symptoms could be this, or that, and they're guessing. I can guess myself, you know. And if it gets to a point where it's like I might be about to transition, then we can go to a doctor and see if they can help. But I don't want to be kept alive with machines or anything like that. Like, if my body is giving up, it's time for me to transition. And the Most High is calling me home. And it's time to let me go. I'm not really one to believe a doctor over myself. Like, my mom had surgery years ago, and back in 2019, and she was in the hospital, and she started getting better, and then she started getting worse, and I was like, you know what, I'm taking her home. And I did, and I nursed her back to health with organic food and keeping her clean and, love, right? The only reason why I didn't pull her out of the hospital this last time before she passed away is because they said she had pneumonia and she was on oxygen. It's the only reason why I didn't take her home. And I go back and forth with that. If I had taken her home, would she have lived? But I can't go back and forth with that because, it is what it is. God called her home. But I don't trust doctors over myself. I just know that they have access to things that I don't have access to that might be able to help me in a situation a little faster than holistic healing, you know? And I only go to that when it's absolutely. I stick with holistic healing for everything. And that's just me, because I just when I was in when my mom was in the hospital and they said we think she has cancer and we're going to treat her for it. I said, "No, you're not. You need to know. And then I need a second and third opinion before you start treating her for cancer." Yeah, no, we're not doing that. And she did not have cancer, and thank goodness I was there to make sure they did not treat her because they would have killed her. They would have taken my mom would have been gone a long time ago if I hadn't have been there to stop them from trying to treat her for cancer that she didn't have. So you got to be your own leader of discernment when it comes to your body, your temple. You can't take someone else's word for what's best for you because they're guessing, you know. So who better to guess about your body than you, right? So it is what it is. Everyone be your own leader of discernment. Right, right. They're not guessing, but doctors are, right? When farmers are growing food, they know what they're doing. They know that they know what that food is going to do for your body. It's not a guessing game. But I'm telling you, when it comes to doctors, it's a guessing game all day long, and I'm cool. Yeah, no, me neither. My dad. Oh, you mentioned. I'm glad you mentioned chemo, Raya. Um, my dad went through cancer twice. He survived. The first time he did do chemo, and it came back. And the second time, he did not do chemo. He went holistic, and he did a little bit of radiation, a small dose of radiation at the end. But no, he didn't do chemo this time, and he still is cancer free. Yeah, and his body is so much healthier. And he's the same age as my mom. My parents were the same age. They were 4 months apart. They were both born in 1950. So my dad just turned 74, and my mom passed when she was 72. And they both, my mom never had cancer. Yeah. I don't want radiation ever again. I've had radiation in my body twice, and the last time it was so bad, I don't want to go through that. So I don't do anything to aggravate things in my body that would possibly need radiation. You know, you just gotta take good care of your body, guys. You gotta take good care of your body so you don't have to poison it with what they claim is going to heal you. Okay, no on pins and needles, rough patch, being stuck. So if you're in a situation where it's a rough patch, this too shall pass. You know, you're not stuck. Everything is okay, but it's a big fat no for whatever's going on that someone is going to come to you with to get you out of the situation. Be your own leader of discernment, but somebody's going to come to you with a fishy cup that you need to say no to. Okay. Reach for high goals. Success is near. So you need taking flight, uplifting, at peace with decisions. So you need to be at peace with the decisions that you make. So make sure that the decisions that you make are the decisions that you are comfortable with. You be your own leader of discernment. So when it comes down to it, it's a big fat yes for your goals that you have created for yourself. That, you know what I'm saying? You're not trying to follow somebody else's footsteps. Yeah, those goals. It's a big fat yes for that. But you got to climb the mountain, right? You got to climb the mountain. But take flight though, because you're about to soar. You are about to soar, but you just got to be your own leader of discernment as to who you allow in your circle and who you allow to assist you on your journey, because people will try to take credit for your work. So be very careful who you allow in your circle while you're on this upward climb to fame and fortune, because that's what's about to happen for you. And your ideas are rejected, not satisfied with results. So if your ideas are rejected and you run into a no, that is not rejection, that's protection. So accept the no and redirect. Okay? That's all that's saying. You just need to redirect. And this card came jumping out before I could do anything. Alchemy. Transform the situation using witchcraft, occult, and learning God's secrets. So basically, it's saying don't be afraid to tap into your magic. Okay? Money manifestation spells, right? Growth and prosperity spells, um, generational wealth spells, breaking generational curses, spells to do that, right? You need to tap into your power. Star power, step into the spotlight. Step into your power. Become an influencer of the company and earn fame and popularity. You are a star. It's time for you to boop, tap in. Tap into your gifts, right? You might need to be an influencer on YouTube, on social media. Tap in. Tap into your power. Tap into your gifts. Close doors. Start all over. No good job opportunities. The current job is coming to an end. So it's time for you to close the door to working for other people and start your own business. That's what that tells me. It's time for you to tap in. On the bottom of the deck, winning. Don't spend everything at once. Sooner or later, luck comes to everyone. All right, because you're winning. You're a star. You get money. You will stop. 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 Kira. Kira. Watashi wa star. Get into it, yeah. Whoa, looking. Seek and you will find. That's in the Bible. Seek and you shall find. Have an eye for beauty and uncover hidden charms. Tap in. Tap into your gifts. Tap into your power. Call your power back. But tap in. You need to tap into your childhood gifts because that's what's going to get you paid. Something that you really love to do, that you would do free of charge. That's what you need to tap into. And that's where you're going to find your wealth. Sweet success. Get what you want. If not, if not, that's not what I was trying to say. Huh. So, if not for you thinking with a closed mind, you would be where you want to be right now. So, open up your mind. That's the message the download that I just got. It is not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it. Sweet success. Tap in. Tap in. Savings. It's a lot about money, right? Create savings for the future. You always need to put something off for a bad day. Love life. Love and be loved. Free from problems and money troubles. Enjoy the passion of love, right? I'm telling you, you can't heal anything without love. Wrong decision. Oh, and this is trying to come out. So we're going to take it. Wrong decision. Someone doesn't want me to get this message out. All of a sudden, I have to burp. Think before you act. Reckless behavior can lead to bad consequences. So be your own leader of discernment, but, don't make any decision hastily in this retrograde season. Home base, change your environment. It might be time for you to move. And some of you are about to start traveling. Home is the harbor of the soul. It's the safest place you can be. Change your environment, home based. So it may be time. It is time, Simba. Mind power. Lead with your mind. Use your intelligence. Analyze data logic and think rationally. Listen to your heart, right? Your heart has its own little brain. Boop, get into it, yeah. Oh, and you know what, guys? Sorry, but I need to share this an hour and a half in. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, so I want to make sure everyone that might want to watch me can. Oops. Hey, babe.
Hey,
You okay?
I need some water. Thank you.
Hi, Saeed Nasir. I'm wonderful, and yourself? I just totally forgot to share this video when I first got started. So I'm sharing it to a couple of other outlets so everyone knows that I'm live, because people don't always get their notification. And I have to make sure everyone, as many people as I can, get the notification or get some type of notification that I'm on here. But thank you all so much for showing up today. I really appreciate you guys sharing your time and energy with me today. Every time you guys come in, all of you, I really appreciate you so much. How's it going, baby?
I got another hole to do 10 to get on my 10th hole, and then but I'm gonna try and do as much as I can tonight
Okay.
because it's supposed to be really hot on Saturday.
Okay.
So I did the least amount of work I need to do on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep pushing. So,
Yeah.
you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. Well, Saturday we'll just plan on taking like an hour lunch in between
Mm-hmm.
where we can just go and sit down and you can just get away from it all and eat. We'll go home, eat, and all that stuff, and yeah,
Yeah.
and then come back and finish the day. But we'll make sure you stay very hydrated. We'll bring your big thing of water and have it nice and cold,
Yeah.
and put ice in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you. Just let me know.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right,
I love
baby. I love you. All right. All right, guys. Pull a few more cards and then you locked that door.
I probably did.
No, you did. You did like that the last time you came over here. Direction. Plan where you want to be. Do not deviate from your path. Attract a mentor if necessary. Okay? You don't need to go outside of yourself for anything. But if you need someone to assist you, don't be afraid to ask for help, guys. It's okay. That's what people are here for. We're here to help each other, right? So don't be afraid to ask for help. It's all right. What? Whoa. Okay. Opportunity. Fast changes. Opportunity. Changes coming just in time. New job opportunity, change of workplace or business trip. I'm thinking it's going to be more of a new business opportunity. You're going to have people that are wanting to invest in you, in your new business. So get ready. Don't be afraid to take a leap of faith. Whoop, and jump in. Okay, tap into your gift and go ahead and take a leap of faith and start that business. It's time, guys. It's time for you to do you. You're not supposed to be working for people. You're not supposed to be wasting away making someone else a millionaire. Go out there and make yourself a million, or two, or three, or four. Fast changes. Take bold steps forward. Things happen suddenly in a short period and a hurry. So it's going to happen fast for you, right? Be ready. Be ready for all the great things that are coming because they're going to happen for you. And it's a celebration that's going to happen for you. Plan for a joyful future. Kick off the party activities and have a great time. Get ready for fun. Get ready to live your best life in the future, okay? It's not going to be all this hustle and bustle. You're going to build a foundation for a passive and residual income that's going to be on point. You won't have to work hard moving forward once you get that foundation built. You'll be making money in your sleep. Bright ideas. Take action on your ideas. Have an innovative idea. I was going to say have an innovative idea, inspiration, but this says have an innovative new inspiration. Test new ideas and break out fast. I feel like you have some great ideas, some new inventions, and you need to go on Shark Tank with at least one of them. You're going to break out and you're going to make a fast amount of money. And you're going to be able to do anything that you love to do and want to do, right? And move forward in love and light and live your best life. So get into it, yeah. It's time. You got bright ideas, babe. It's time for you to go out there and show the world what you're made of. Exhausted, recharge and regroup. Feel financially drained, lacking viable options. Yeah, it's time for you to take a beat and recharge yourself and realize what you need to be doing. You've been wasting away working for other people. So stop wasting away working for these other people. Okay? Work for yourself. Have your own business. If you're working, make sure it's for yourself. Right? Self-employment. Get into it, yeah? You got to find your way in this world. Find your happy place. You're not here to work until you die. Okay? You're here to work and have fun, love, and live. Live, laugh, love, and grow. Right? Work is in there, but that's not everything. You know, I remember, and this came to me earlier as a download. It was a memory, though. I used to work at AT&T, and T, and I remember I was in training, and this lady was like, yeah, I had a baby, and I was only gone on maternity leave for one day. And I was like, wow, you say that like it's a good thing. So basically, you traded in your bonding time with your newborn baby to go back to work for a job that doesn't give a care about you at all. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to your baby? Like, screw that. I would have given that all that time to my baby and then some. That's what's wrong with the world today, right? People are so quick to go back to work and they're not bonding with their children. They're not giving their babies what they need. They're cutting the cord before the baby even gets all the sustenance from the afterbirth. Like, it's like we really need to plug in to the Most High and all the greatness that's there. Transformation. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Change is the natural order of things. Perfect fit. You're meant to be here. Finding the right path, the fit with the soul, the ideal job. What is meant for you is meant for you. No one can take it from you. Guardian angel. Trust guardian angel. Some higher power protects you from difficulties and misfortunes. You got lots of protection around you, babe. Lots of protection. You got somebody on the other side protecting you. Ooh, power. Okay. Focus on your needs. You have the power to take control of your life, career, and finances. You've got the power. Yes, you do. You better get into it. You better find your power. Tap in. Okay? Tap into your power. All right, guys. I'm going to pull a few more cards and then I'm going to wrap this thing up. It's a little warm. Matter of fact, let me just open this door and let the air in. Mm. Oh, yes, that air feels good. Mm. It feels so good out here. Mm. So peaceful. Even with the construction going on across the street, it's still peaceful. There's so much distance between their house, their land, and the construction that even though it echoes, you can hear it. It's not distracting at all. I can hear the birds chirping over them. It's just so serene. All right, what's that jumped out? Unlocked. Open book available. Shows how they feel ready to give your all. Looks like you've unlocked the key to somebody's heart. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you. I'm glad you were able to make it in today. I'm glad you were able to share your energy with me today. I appreciate you coming in, Nasir, Saeed. You know, I have a friend named Nasir. Um, Somebody I used to work with in California, but they were from Gaza. Um, a few cards that were trying to jump out there. I'm not really sure why. They were like, yep, no, I'm not going to come out. Value, devoted, respect, dear. This looks like an amethyst cluster. Value, loves you just as you are, worth the time and effort. Oh, that's the best love. Mm, right? When someone loves you just as you are and they don't expect you to change it to something else in order for them to love you. That's the best love. Exploration, exciting, flighty, fun, looking for an adventure, likes risks, travel, or kinks. Okay. It looks like what this is saying is the partner that you seek is going to take you as you are. Even the things that people think are weird, they're not going to see it as weird. They're going to see you as awesome no matter what you do, right? At the bottom of the deck, we've got hidden, disguise, quiet, affair, keeping secrets from you, hiding their true feelings. So, what this is saying to me is you got someone that's in love with you, that's afraid to tell you because they don't know if you feel the same way. Promises, contracts, engagement, wishes to be with you, hard to believe it's real. So this person really wants to be with you forever. They want to marry you. But they don't know if you feel the same way. It's given lifelong friend. It's given best friend, someone that you have a really great friendship with, and they're afraid to mess up the friendship by they're afraid to let you know that they're in love with you. And they don't want to tell you, "Hey, I'm in love with you," and try to be in a relationship and you say, "Well, I don't feel the same way," and then they mess up the friendship. They're willing to sacrifice, they're almost willing to sacrifice the love they have for you and just keep you as a friend because they don't want to lose you in their life, but they're getting to the point where that friendship isn't enough. They really want to be with you. They're tired of watching you be with other people that mistreat you, that mishandle you. You know, they want to be in your life. They want to love on you. They want to treat you the way you deserve to be treated. They're tired of watching people mishandle you and treat you like crap because that's basically what's been going on. Harmony, compatible, enduring, hates to argue and fight, hangs in there at all costs. This is that friend that goes nowhere no matter what. They got your back through everything that you go through. Whenever you need a helping hand, whenever you need anything, they're there with you on your journey no matter what. Journey, reason, season, lifetime. They're not there for a reason or they're there for a reason to be there for a lifetime, but they're not there for a season. They're there for the reason of a lifetime. They want to be there forever to be your ride or die. Going the right direction, along for the ride. Yeah, they're there forever. They got you. They got your six, baby. And in the greatest of ways. Right? That's that good stuff that you prayed for, but you never realized you always had it. It's been sitting right there under your nose this whole time. Healing, release, bonding better, recovering from trauma, willing to heal together. Oh, that's the good stuff right there, right? Someone that loves you so deeply that they want to help you heal through the pain and the scars of your life, right? They know you've been through hell. And they're there to caress you through all of that trauma. Somebody found some good stuff and they don't even realize it. You better tap in, you better look around you and see what you got already. Tempted, secrets, desire, allure, hard to resist others, mostly about the passion. Yeah, you need to see what's right in front of you. And it's timeless, stable values, lasting, not in a hurry to commit, may need to slow down. Mm. You know what? That's what they think about you with them. They think that you may not be ready to commit yet. They think you're still in play mode. Yeah. They're timeless though. They're not going anywhere. But they think that you're not ready yet. Well, okay. That was a lot, but I'm going to take it because it's a story. And then after I finish telling this story, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Okay, guys? 111. All right. Washed away, fleeting affair, quick, tends to disappear, swept up in emotions. There is someone in your life that is feeling like you left them out in the you left them on cold, and you probably did, but it wasn't like you were trying to hurt them. You left them in love and light. You moved on. It was somebody that you weren't. It was a bad relationship. It was a relationship that wasn't going good, that you knew wasn't going to get any better, and you walked away from it. In love and light, you walked away from it, and they feel upset about it now because they're in between relationships, and now that they want to kind of take their frustrations out on you. But you're protected from this, and continue to stay prayed up. But you got somebody from your past that's going through some crap that has nothing to do with you. It's their energy. Romance, chemistry, intrigue, wants to court you, old fashioned outlook. Yeah, so this person that really wants to be with you, this friend that really wants to be with you, they're old fashioned. They want to court you like literally, they want to take you out on dates. They want to ask your father for your hand in marriage. They want to, because they know your family, you know? They want to talk to your brother and let him know that they're going to take care of you. It's that kind of real good stuff. Altered dreaming, unreliable, unrelated. Okay, this is not a word. Unreliable. I think they were trying to say unreliable, but it's not saying that. So, altered dreaming. Loses touch with reality, change their mind often. So, yeah, they were trying to say unreliable on here. There's a typo. Um, that's that energy of that past person. They were unreliable, and that's the reason why you ended that relationship. That's why it washed away and you walked away, because they were fleeting. You know, they treated you like a third party. So you walked away from that person. It wasn't what you wanted in a relationship. It wasn't fulfilling, and now they're feeling some type of way, but they chose someone else over you anyway. And now that that relationship ended, now they want to go back and be like, well, you kind of pissed me off. Why does it matter? Right? You walked away. We walked away from each other in love and light. So move on. I don't have any ill will towards you. Why would you have any towards me? Fulfilled, happy, content, safe. They only want you. Oh, they only want you. Makes you feel complete. Wow. That's what this best friend is all about. They only want you. No one else will do. It's like the Rihanna ASAP Rocky story, and I'm not even sure if this is true. So, but I saw something that said they were high school sweethearts. They were friends back in high school, and He basically waited for her. He watched her go through all this crap with these other people, and he waited for her to come to him when she was ready. He didn't force it. He wasn't pushy. You know, when she was ready, she came to him, and they have been inseparable ever since. Get good, good. Wishful, dreaming, right timing, hopes for more to come, waiting for the right one. This person is waiting for the right time to come to you. Hopefully, be your own leader of discernment, but hopefully you're vulnerable and you're ready for it. And that's what the next card is. Vulnerable, protective, genuine, needs security above all, has fragile emotions. So this person wants to protect you from everybody, but they are fragile when it comes to you. So treat them with kid gloves. When your friend comes to you and tells you that they're in love with you, be very kind and be very gentle with them. Whether you feel the same way or not, please be very gentle with them because you can destroy them if you don't feel the same way. And if you don't handle that situation correctly, you can destroy someone who only wants to love on you. And you can burn a bridge with a person that you should be building a life with. So be your own leader of discernment, guys. But it looks like you got some great stuff around you. You got somebody from your past that's missing you, really. And they're really just mad at themselves because they made a bad decision. They went with the wrong person. But they think they went with the wrong person, but they went with the right person for them. They were not supposed to be in your life. They were blocking you from the right person in your life. So they were supposed to move on, right? To make room for the right person in your life. So you be glad that they did so because they did you a favor when they did that. That was kudos to them for making the right decision for you. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. This bag is just a gift bag from the place that I shop at. I'm gonna pack up my stuff because we'll be leaving soon. But I just wanted to give you guys a reading, and I didn't realize it was going to wind up being a 2 hour reading, but it worked out that way. But I'm really glad that you guys came in and joined me today. I'm glad I was able to find the time to do a live for you guys and do a reading. Hopefully, everyone is blessed and having a wonderfully blessed day and on your healing path. Stay on in your north node, guys. Don't let anyone take you to an ugly place. Don't let anyone trigger you. Work on your shadow. Okay? Do your shadow work so no one can trigger you. And get yourself ready for this summer because I got a feeling it's going to be a lot going on. And people are going to be in rare form. So stay protected. Namaste.